Welcome to Beyond Profile. Today's May 22nd, and the follow-up day after a huge short cover rally in the markets. We traded nearly 20-some points back up after gapping slightly. And what's going to be interesting about this is actually if you look at the amount of volume for the month of May, take a look at where the high volume area is so far with a few days left of trading here. Way up in this 50 area, and if you notice the second one is here at 35s, and then we come down into here, which is this last one at 1305. The 1305 on a composite for the year has a high volume node also, which is very interesting. Again, we had almost what I would call a bear trap bar today, where everybody who was short going into the close on Friday, stayed short, and then we get a small gap up. And soon as we traded through the highs on Friday, the market exploded to the upside. Not nearly as much as the Nasdaq. Nasdaq was just smoking yesterday as it blew through all of the highs from Friday and continuation deep into Thursday's trading range. What's going to be interesting, again, we've got our stage 2, obviously stopping price. Now we start to look for development. How big is the developmental area going to be? Are we going to continue to move up maybe in a V pivot fashion, meaning that the markets are going to do one of these numbers where we come down straight and we go right straight back up, which I would kind of be surprised if that would be the case, but with this market anything is possible. One of the few things that you have to pay attention to is the high volume nodes for the month that are building out here with 8, what do we got, next week Monday's holiday, so you got roughly 8 trading days or so, is to watch to see between this 1335 number and this 1305 number to see if the whole value area shifts for the month of May and the point of control moves down. If the point of control moves down for the end of the month, we're probably getting some areas of possible support. I was really looking for this to trade just a little bit lower, but as the week goes on, what we have to look for is to see what sort of stage 3 do we get here. How much further will this rally before we auction back and forth within a trading range to see if we can build some sort of a balance area. Remember the last time we had our stage 3 build, we were in it for roughly about 2-3 days. We had our stopping price, we bounced up, we bounced back down, our stage 3 went into a new stage 1, and again, same thing, the pattern will repeat itself all over again, with this being our stopping price, stage 3 beginning and into trading today. We'll see how we facilitate trade. Like I said, worst case would be is if this thing did a V pivot and continued to run higher. That would be tough on a trader because that's the least expected move that you're thinking that this market is going to give you. Out the gate, unless we had some news out of Europe or Greece, something that would drive the flow, or the Fed getting involved, that would be worst case. But today, definitely give it to the bulls. By the end of the day, they did a great job of recovering, most of almost Thursday's range. And when you look at it on the Nasdaq, let's do that real quick here. Here's the move for the Nasdaq. Again, just an incredible explosive move yesterday on the Nasdaq. Up into deep into Thursday's range here. Notice the profile for the month of May on the Nasdaq. All right, very big, wide range. We've had a huge corrective measure, and again, this is another one. If it continues to move up into the point of control there for the month, you're looking at like 2620s for May. It's actually pulling itself back inside of value. Remember, the S&P was still outside of it. Key number here for tomorrow, or I should say Tuesday going into the open today, is going to be that 2511, 2512 area. On the composite, these 3 days right here, you've got a 2511, 2512 point of control. That again, if it's going to come back, look for 50% retracement of the wide range bar and see if it can't consolidate and hold above that level, and then maybe give continuation. We have to see how big stage 3 is going to be, or does this go to an imbalance, stage 1, stopping price 2, and then stage 4, and we skip 3. Again, like I said on the ES, that would be the worst case. I don't really want to see that happen, especially as you're trading this. These bars are getting wider down here. There's getting a lot more volatility. Tomorrow we could be right straight back down underneath the lows from this morning too. Who knows? Obviously with the volatility, and again, the profile is going to be very thin also. When you take a look at the intraday profile, even for the Nasdaq, on a 30-minute basis, you'll notice that there's several different pockets on the way back down. Here, let me pull the 30-minute into. Here's the profile. You look at all these gaps here. I mean, there's just no trades here, and hardly no trades here. It's almost like you had almost a triple or quadruple distribution day, volume, and volume, with everything, vacant here, vacant here, vacant here. So as clean as we went up today, this market could come straight right back down. All right, straight right back. Here's that point of control I was talking about, 25.11. So keep your powder dry, and again, try not to fight the trend. I know some people were trying to get short on Monday, and that's the wrong thing to do when you have such a strong move up like that. Don't fight this thing. It's like having a gorilla on your back. So you want to just play it in the directions. If you're better to sit on the sidelines on days like this versus trying to get cut up and losing part of your account. All right, folks, have a good trading day. We'll see you all in the trading room.